Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn project planning of software engineering. Before starting with the lecture, let me introduce myself. I am Poonam Mahale, working as assistant professor in Kekewa College of Engineering Education and Research. So, what are the objectives of today's lecture? At the end of today's lecture, you all will be able to learn about project planning and project execution. You all will be able to understand IT project management through life cycle of the project. So, the first topic of today's lecture, that is importance of project planning. So before going to see importance of project planning, we'll see what exactly project planning is. Project planning is nothing but it is a first phase in which we consider certain entities. We prepare a plan. Again, for preparing a plan, some important factors that are considered, that is nothing but cost, human resources, then timeline. So project planning is an important activity because a plan serves as an base for further implementation. If planning is right, then design is right. Design is right, ultimately product is right. So planning is the foundation. We have to complete our project within a stipulated time. To complete a project by considering a deadline, we require a proper plan. So that's why project planning is an important. Again, project planning, these activities performed by project manager. Again, project manager perform project planning by considering certain entities. Project manager estimates certain entities, that is nothing but resources required for project under development, that are calculated in project planning. Then the cost of the project is also defined in the project planning. And the third is the schedule for in-time completion of the project is defined in the project planning. So project planning plays an important role in the software product development. Basically, this diagram shows the phases of project development. First phase is nothing but an understanding objective. After understanding the objective, we gather the requirement, then we identify the project scope. By considering these three inputs, we prepare a project plan. So plan can be used in the further development of entire project development life cycle. And the fifth step is nothing but an construction step, whereas an sixth phase of project development is nothing but an monitoring and review. Here in the monitoring and review phase, we analyze the product, we check the quality of the product in the last phase. Now next phase or next thing which is important in the project management, there are basically 5 important activities that we need to follow. First is project initiation, second is analysis, third is preparing a plan, fourth is execution, fifth is nothing but an review. So in the fifth step, we control, monitor and review the product. So these are the 5 project management steps, or these are the 5 activities that are included in project management. So first activity is nothing but an project initiation. In the project initiation, we start initiating the project. That means we start actual considering that product. So here project management, in the project management phase, project initiation is the first activity, where project initiation is carried out by defining the project scope, by considering the project objective, purpose and deliverables to be produced. That means the output of the project, or what are the product that we are going to deliver to the customer or the end user, that are decided in the project initiation phase. Again, the project management may add additional items or the features during the project initiation phase. He can add exciting requirements into that project. That means some of the requirements that are clearly stated by the customer. But there are some requirements that developers or project team, project manager add into that project to satisfy the customer, and that requirements can be added in the project initiation phase. Again, these type of requirements are added by considering the feasibility of particular function. So project initiation includes certain steps in that. We'll see what are that steps. First is nothing but an develop a business case. In this step, basically we describes the business problem, then opportunities and the cost, along with that the benefits of each alternative solution. Along with that, alternative approaches are defined in these steps. Along with that, in the second step, that is undertake a feasibility study, here we consider the user requirement, we understand, we identify the feasible implementation of that requirement, we check feasibility of that particular requirement. After that, in this step itself, we identify the alternative solution. If certain requirement is not feasible, then we check the alternative solution that is available to complete that requirement. So this is the way where the feasibility study is completed in the project initiation stage. Next stage is nothing but an establish the project charter. Here in this step we identify the purpose of the project, how that requirement will be implemented, that is structured implementation is considered, and how particular requirement will be successfully implemented. That are the things that are considered and established in the project charter step. Fourth step is nothing but an appoint the project team. In the appointment the project team, here the responsibilities, job descriptions are defined, and by considering the requirement and the size of the project, the team is assigned. And the next step is nothing but an set up the project office. Here, by considering the requirement, the premises and the infrastructure as well as environment for completing that product is created. And the last step is nothing but an perform a phase review. So review stage is nothing but it's an assessment of the status of the project. Here in this phase, a status of the project is checked. This phase or this review can be conducted in between during the project initiation as well as during the development phase. So review is nothing but an assessment of the product or project. So here we assess the project, and the phase review, when to conduct phase review, at what point you can conduct the phase review, these are the steps or these are the points that are considered, and the structured representation of that is prepared in this stage. Next is nothing but an project scope management. Scope plays a very important role in it is important step in the software development as well as the project management. So in the scope, basically at the start, project manager or developer is unable to identify the exact requirement. So at the start he itself confused with the condition or the with the requirement. So project scope plays an important role for identification of detailed problem description. Along with that, by considering a project scope, here project scope outlines the project goals, what are the deliverables of the product, tasks, features, functions and deadlines of the product. Along with that, by the project scope, you can able to identify the cost of the project. So entire things that are determined in the project scope management, as well as by considering this, we can able to identify whether we are moving as per the plan or not. Consider an example of if you are registering with any course, and that course always provides outline of the course, goal of the course, intended outcome of the course, and the work breakdown structure of the course. So that helps you to identify what exactly the scope of that particular course, right? And similar way, project scope management plays an important role. Now next topic is work breakdown structure. To complete a product or project within a time, we consider a work, and that work should be divided into small tasks. Then only we can achieve a timeline delivery. So work breakdown structure is nothing but an, here in this method, we break up project into a hierarchy of deliverables or into a task and subtask. Consider an example. Suppose I am a content writer and I used to write 5 pages per day. In one day, I have assigned to complete 20 pages within a 2 day. So to achieve this target, what I have to do? I have to break my work into a task and subtask. Suppose I need to read the contents, then I start writing the content. To complete 20 pages in 2 days, what I'll complete 1 page in 1 hour. Then only this goal or this target will be achieved. So work breakdown structure helps you to divide works into tasks and subtasks. This is an representation where they have considered an example of software development, where the tasks like system engineering, software, hardware, deliverable management is break down into a small task, and deadline for particular task is also assigned. So start date and end date of the task is defined in this work breakdown structure. That will always help you to deliver product within a time. So thank you for today's video lecture. In today's lecture, we have learned the project management phases, development phases, then project planning, project initiation activity in detail. If you have any question, please drop your question in the chat box or in the comments. Thank you.